Hi, Cody. Hi. Hi, buddy. Sweetheart. Okay, well, I was talking and not recording, so I thought I'd tell you about this area. And Cody wanted to let you know about this area. This area, honestly, a few years ago, I probably would have been a little mortified to share with you in this state, but this is real life. This is how things, how sometimes ideas come together. And so I thought I'd just share it with you. When we had underneath the oak tree that we had planted a lot of hostas under there. It was like the hosta garden bed, and like at least 15 or so. And after the tree was removed that had fallen, we basically tried to save as many hostas as we could and just put them in pots. And I wanted to mention about this bed in particular because I mean this is the reality of of how things happen in life, right? Like, so all of these pots except for two were given to us over time. The two chairs came with like a round table, a round white pedestal table, and that was given to us. This table was left by the previous homeowner, so it's been a long time, and it's still holding up. And these window panes were a blessing for us as well. And so it's just kind of like being able to like accumulate things and that are meaningful to you or speak to you in some way. And even if you don't have the exact spot of like where it might go right this second, if you have the space, accumulate them. Like that I think makes like the sweetest, like this is all such a testimony. Even that pot up there, that was a testimony. And it didn't even necessarily go like with all of the items that I had in my backyard, but I feel like grouping these specific pots together that again I was blessed with from different people and along the way, like this pot here has so many beautiful colors in it, but like that picks up the blue, it picks up the terracotta, the orange, that picks up the yellow and the turquoise, and I don't know, it somehow all at least ties together and is visually pleasing, and it just is all looks cohesive and looks purposeful. And so the idea with this bed is this was all initially grass. There was nothing here, not even the fence, not even this gravel. We put all this in knowing that we wanted to eventually be able on this area to put in a greenhouse. We ideally would have gone with a larger size greenhouse, but with the scale of the yard, we thought this was the proper size to go with for this yard and this space. And we wanted to be able to incorporate some of the rocks that we have found again over the years, just in different projects. Any of these stones we did purchase, any of these rocks, they were in the yard. They were just in the yard, most underground, most just buried from when we were working on different projects, and then we just found them. So I mean, talk about again just like a kind of a blessing area. But the goal here obviously is not to leave the bottom like this. I just honestly needed to see if this vision would kind of work, and if you can see past the cardboard and imagine there being a nice layer of compost and then mulch over it, and then be able to see, ideally, hopefully our hostas will make it. I do have a very encouraging, some pots are very, very encouraging. You can see here we have a lot of hostas in here, and I think they're gonna make it. They're gonna make it. And so I'm just hopeful for that. We have two Woo La La hostas that are in the back. I know we had some Patriot hostas. I don't know if that's what made it in here, or honestly everything got so disheveled from where things were planted, from the tree literally leaning, like literally falling over and completely adjusting the grade of the bed, that were honestly, other than the Woo La Las that are pretty big, between the other two, I think we had like I don't know if it's an Americana and then Patriot hostas, but we definitely had Woo La Las, we definitely had Patriot hostas, and I think we had a third one in there that was called something like Americana. We're going to find out when they hopefully start leafing out. So anyway, I'm not sure if these are the Patriots or the third option that I can't recall at this moment. But I hope you can envision this with me. It's encouraging to see it come together. And we're honestly just, I really kind of set the area before we even had any cardboard because I wanted to make sure it could work in this space. And I feel like this is just like the seating and the pots are to scale for this area. And we'd be able to catch some reprieve in the sun. For when it is sunny, it's right up against the fence. And so once it gets a little bit later in the day, this area has a decent amount of shade to it. So if we're working in the garden and need to come back, then we can kind of capture some of the shade. So anyway, hope this was encouraging about sometimes just the ability to accumulate things along the way and then seeing them like all brought together. And I think it'll look even better and all brought together once I have the layer of compost and layer of mulch down to really just tidy and clean this space up. Obviously, we're not going to leave it like with the cardboard, but we also wanted the grass to kind of get choked out and stop growing underneath there. So anyway, I'll see y'all next time.